Okay, good evening, everybody. We're going to go ahead and get started. This is the Planning Commission for the City of Royal Oak. The first order of business, though, is the Brownfield Redevelopment Authority. So I'd like to call that meeting to order. We do have a quorum tonight, but let's introduce ourselves, starting to my left.
Gary Casada.
Dan Godek.
Charlene Douglas, Mayor Pro Tem.
Mike Fournier, Mayor.
Ann Vara.
Tim Twing, Community Development Director.
Okay, we have a quorum. Under old business, we have a reimbursement agreement for the Brownfield Plan BP 180601 at 1112 South Washington Avenue. Mr. Twing.
Well, very briefly, this was in front of you at your May 8th meeting as far as the Brownfield Plan. That plan was submitted and the public hearing was held by the City Commission last night, June 11th, and was approved as recommended by the Brownfield Authority. The reimbursement agreement, has been executed and signed by the petitioner. It is consistent with our standard language. It's got a provision in it about some school taxes for some pre-activities, but other than that, it's standard language based on the agreements that we've used in the past. Basically for a 10-year term with a cap reimbursement of $196,518. That's all I have.
Okay, any
If you want
questions
to
for Mr.
approve it.
Twing? Mr. Godek.
These are the exact same figures that were proposed at our last meeting. Thank you.
Yes.
Any other questions for Mr. Twing? Is the petitioner here? Would you like to come up?
Good evening. I'm Jenny Doherty with PM Environmental. We did the Brownfield plan, and Albert Ludwig is the developer. With the reimbursement agreement, as Mr. Twing noted, there's just the one provision with the pre-approved activities really that got changed. The kind of boilerplate language on that talks about the needed 381 work plan, but based on the reimbursement that we have, that's not necessary. Based on the school taxes only utilizing those pre-approved activities, which are the due diligence type reports that have to come before you can determine if there's contamination and to what extent there is. I don't know. I don't have much else on the reimbursement agreement. So, if there's any other questions on the plan itself, I'm happy to answer those as well.
Okay, thank you. Any questions for the petitioner? Okay, not seeing any. Bring it back to the table.
There is a suggested resolution on page 2 if you want to approve the.
Mr. Godek.
I'd like to make a motion to approve the reimbursement agreement for BP 180501, and also to authorize the board's executive director to sign the reimbursement agreement.
Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Casada. Is there any discussion on this? Okay, not seeing. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? The reimbursement agreement has been approved.
Thank you.
Next is item C, which is public comment on non-agenda brownfield redevelopment items. Is there any public comment on non-agenda brownfield redevelopment items? Okay, not seeing. We'll close the public comment period, and we will call for an adjournment of the Brownfield Redevelopment Authority.
Motion to adjourn.
Motion by Mr. Godek. Support? Second. Support by Ms. Douglas. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Okay, we are adjourned.